everybody. Whew. Okay, let's get rid of this. Welcome everybody. The show is starting. Make that go away. Hello, my name is Jeanette and I blog at countrydesignstyle.com, and I'm not sure if everything is over there like it's supposed to be. Live. There we go. Hi everybody. Oh, I took up too much of that screen. I may have to make that go away. Anyway, okay. Welcome everybody. This is an old dresser drawer, and I have updated this particular drawer. It's actually something I got in a thrift store for about $8, probably 20 years ago. It's been a multitude of colors. It's just a little three-drawer dresser. It's been very handy just to, we've even had it on the porch at one point. Just toss things in, little porch stuff that you wanted to keep in the drawers. So it's just a little three-drawer dresser. Lately it has been kind of this light gray, but you've noticed this drawer has been updated. Isn't this cool? So I'm going to show you how I did this very, very quickly and easily, step by step. Okay. Now, I do have a knob, although I didn't have a screwdriver handy, so my knob's still a little loose, but we're not going to think about that. This has one of these plates like this. One of these little plates that goes, in place of the knob. Well, during one of my multitude of updates that I've done to this dresser of various colors, I decided I wanted a beach thing. So where these little holes are here, I had drilled into my wood and actually used rope as a drawer pull instead of a knob. And you can see that better on, let's see, this one right here. Let me show you this drawer. Let me move this out of the way. I'll bring this one in. I'm sitting on the floor in case you haven't noticed. Trying to get my camera and everything, angles and everything ready for this was a little bit difficult. So I thought, I'll sit on the floor. I usually do a lot of projects on the floor anyway. So this was what I had started off with. And this plate went over here, and I had drilled holes in here and had a little piece of rope coming out. Thought it was cute, but I'm done with that. So I just filled these in very, very roughly. Okay, I didn't take a lot of time with them because this plate will cover them. And plus, I just used white. So it's going to cover over that. Now these drawers are, I don't know if you can tell, I've got tape over them, but these drawers are just curved, okay? So I just decided to put painter's tape. I used that as my measuring. I just got right up over it and put it over so I couldn't see the edges. So I'm just going to have this kind of as a little bit of an inlay, just along the center of this. I'm not going to worry about going over, and at one I gotta adjust, sorry. I didn't want to worry about, I thought at one point maybe doing it where the image would go clear onto the dresser part, which I thought would be cute, but there's not really a lot of dresseries. There's just a small little area there. And because these are rolled, I thought that could cause some complications. So I just made it easy for this piece. I do have plans for a piece like that. Okay, so let me show you, after I did my stenciling, this is it. Okay, I just finished this just a moment ago. So all I have to do is just pick up my painter's tape. I do realize I should have picked it up a little bit sooner. But, all the edges were not on this. It was I used chalk couture, so the chalk came off my painter's tape. So I had little bits here and there, but this is going to be fine. It's going to be perfect. I think it'll be really charming. So, let me show you the drawer, and I'm going to actually do this for you live. So you can see this. I'm going to put it kind of at this little angle here. This out of the way. Now, my stencil that I'm using is actually a chalk couture transfer, and I have it laying here underneath a damp cloth. And the reason is I had already laid this out, and I didn't want it to dry out or be harder to clean when I'm done. These are super easy to clean, and I want to make sure that this transfer stays that way. This transfer is 14, excuse me, I always say they're 14 by 14. They're actually 18 by 18. It is called Modern Floral. It's 18 by 18. You can see part of it here, and you can see here where I've done the other two. I went one way and one across the other. But on this one here, I'm going to make it a little more challenging for me, so bear with me while I get it off my painter's tape. Excuse me there. Put my painter, that's a tip. Keep the painter's tape stuck down. Don't let it stick up. Okay. What I want to do as I'm looking at this is I want this floral right here to be kind of centered in there on this drawer. And actually, I'm going to maybe not center it completely, just a little bit off. And what I love about this is you can see through them, so you can see exactly where you're going to want to lay them. And I'm okay with this area not being covered because it's just going to be, this will not be covered either, so it's going to look natural, just be part of that leaf. And I'm okay with that. I do have a little part here which I will recover, that's fine. And I'm just using white Chalkology paste is what I'm using. And I am using a squeegee that I have around here. Oh, how's everybody doing? Has anybody, and again, I don't have my computer kind of going or on the right page, I don't believe. But if you have any questions as I'm doing this along the way, please ask away. I love answering questions, love helping people with all of their projects, whether it's furniture, painting, anything. So ask any questions that you might have, and I'll help you out. Now I just splattered some on there. I'm going to use, this is a squeegee, and this is just the this regular small squeegee. It's not the mini or anything. It's very, very flexible, and I will use that to just push this paste through this transfer and it down onto the surface. Fun, and super, super easy. And then when I'm done, I'm going to show you, I need a little bit more paste though. I have a tub over here. I'll show you what I'm going to do with it as I pick it up and actually finally then get it cleaned. It's much easier if you're not doing these live on camera, but I like doing them live. They're kind of fun. I feel like you guys are kind of helping me out, cheering me on a little bit. And of course, I do have as you see, add VIP and comments if you're watching this live or on replay. I will add you to my Facebook group that is a lot of inspiration on chalk decor, actually any kind of projects that you have going on. And it's also a place where I offer some special deals on the Chalkology, any of the paste, the transfers, some of the kits. There's complete kits where you can buy something and just make the project. So I am starting to offer deals on those. So if you would like to join that group, just type in VIP in your comments below, and I'll make sure I add you to the group. Okay, now, this is the only one I did at an angle, so this will be kind of interesting. I'm going to lift this straight off very carefully. And now this does, as you can tell, it has a tacky back. Now, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I fuzzed this first. Ta-da! Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. I fuzzed this first by placing it on a towel. I'm going to drop this in my pan of water. I'll show you in a minute. Just drop it in there and let it squish around a little bit. Okay. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, what you should do, because you notice the one that I did where I took the painter's tape off after a few minutes while I was getting things set up. It left a little bit of chalk, but it wasn't from my surface here, it was from my painter's tape. It flaked off my painter's tape, but that's okay. There we go. All done. Super, super easy to do. I can't wait to see this completely done and get the drawers inside my little cabinet. This will be the most dressed up it has ever been. So give me a thumbs up if you like that, and let me know. I'm going to slide this over here. I usually dump. Let me slide this. I usually dump my stir sticks. These little stir sticks. I usually dump them and my squeegee right in the water as well. So everything can get in there and cleaned up. Now this is my little, it's just a plastic tub. It's got about, a half an inch of water or so in there. And I just let this squishy around in here. Let it kind of clean up a little bit. I should have grabbed the lid to it. The lid to these plastic things are also nice for these big transfers because I can take, after I've cleaned it up a little bit, I can take it out and lay it on the plastic lid and then kind of even go over it a little bit more. And there's two things I use to clean these, because I've had a couple of questions on how in the world do you clean these things, especially the big ones. So one thing I use is Clorox cleaning wipes. Just pull one of these out. These things are amazing with this product. And you can see here where this one here is pretty dirty here. This is not quite so bad. You just take these and you can just scrub right over it. In the water, everything. It doesn't matter. The stickiness will still stick. I can use this transfer many times over and over. And it's a good thing because I do have some plans for this one in the future. There is what they call sometimes on a transfer, they call it ghosting a little bit, where I can look at sometimes a transfer that I've used and be able to tell that I used white, or especially like the inks. If I use black ink, it will leave a ghosting on there. But as long as the inks or the paste is out from the actual design, it's fine. I don't mind the ghosting on there. I don't at all. So I don't worry about that too much. But I just take this in the water and just kind of squish it around, clean it all up. I don't change out my water. Now, if I wanted to, if this is smaller, sometimes I will take it to the bathroom sink and run some cold water over it. Always use cold water because this is kind of a plastic surface. You don't want to use really hot water with it. And I just use this same little cloth and just kind of keep cleaning it off. In any area that I miss, I just go back and clean it a little bit more. But you want to make sure that area, and you can do that on the other side as well. This right here is the side that I have the chalk, that I push the chalk through. But I tend to clean both sides. I like to try to keep the back side clean too. And I use these same cleaning cloths because it takes that fuzzing off that I had put on before. And the reason that you fuzz is because you want it, these are super, super sticky. And you want to be able to get it off your project. And without that fuzzing, it makes it really hard to get off. So if you have any questions, I haven't scrolled, and I don't really want to right now. I don't want to scroll up through. If you have any questions, leave it in comments. I'll pop back in and make sure I answer everybody's questions. But you just clean that off. Now, there is also a product, and I have a couple of them that I love. This little thing here looks like a makeup sponge, a thick one, is actually a board eraser. And that also takes off, sometimes if you do a chalkboard or something that's not one of the Chalk Couture surfaces, if you want to erase it, because this can be erased. Now, I will take these out and spray these with a clear paint because I want that to stay. But if I took this rag and started wiping on my drawers, it would wipe off, okay? So I will spray them to make sure it stays on. But if I did a chalkboard, sometimes when I erase it, there might be a little ghosting, you know, they call it. This helps take that off, but it also is great for cleaning these too. You can use this, and you can get this on the website, I'll put a link to all of this stuff that I used today in comments when I'm done. But you can also use this to help. You can see I got my little stir stick in here. But I just kind of clean that up. It's fine now. It's cleaned up really, really nicely. Flip that over so you can kind of see. You can see a little bit of ghosting right on here on this side. But again, everything else is pretty clean. I'm not going to worry about the ghosting. It doesn't affect my next project, so I'm fine with it. And it also kind of lets me know that I've used the transfer before. So I'll finish kind of going over this, and then what I do when I'm done is I lay it on a dry towel with the sticky side up. Make sure the sticky side is up, and just let it lay there and dry, and when it's dry, I put it back on its backing, and it's ready again for my next project. So that's what I have. I will make sure that I put a picture of our final product, my final little cabinet when I'm done, but I think it's going to be gorgeous. So make sure that you type in VIP if you're interested in the VIP group, and you'll see lots of projects and also get some good deals on some of the Chalk Couture. Thank you for watching. You have a creative day. I'll see you on the other side of the chalkboard. Bye, everybody.